Good evening. Welcome to Citycast. I am Nithi Roy.
And I am Soumya Vyas. And let's see what's happening in the city. Election campaign gathers momentum. Candidates from Bangalore Central say that they will ensure women's safety in the city. Our reporter Akriti Valecha is here with the report.
People are more in support for individual candidate than any other party because they think it will help the city to grow more.
We are ready for alternative politics without two national parties. And I am responsible for that. I am responsible to continue the movement, make it bigger, because I believe that this is the way forward in this country.
I am the only candidate who is sticking to the local issues. Although I am a candidate from a national party, I am sticking to the local issues. My main agenda is development.
Keeping with the election fever, we focus on one constituency per day. Today, we focus on Bangalore South. Our reporters Subhana and Anurag talk to the candidates and tell us more about their plans.
The seat of Bangalore South is vacant since the death of BJP MP Anant Kumar. Since 1991, Bangalore South against the Congress candidate BK Hariprasad. Tejasvi Surya is a 28-year-old lawyer and is one of the youngest candidates of BJP. BK Hariprasad lost to BJP candidate Anant Kumar last time. He rose from the National Student Union of India and is today the member of Rajya Sabha.
BJP candidate Tejasvi Surya and Congress candidate BK Hariprasad conducted road show across the Bangalore South constituency to meet people and convince them for their candidature. Rajya Sabha member BK Hariprasad shared his vision for Bangalore. He promises to focus on infrastructure of the international level in Bangalore South if he is elected.
There is a lot of pressure on the infrastructure. Basically, water is the garbage management. And we will have to manage the floods also. These are all some of the major issues. More than that, since a lot of constructions have taken place, Bangalore has lost that green patch. If I am elected, I would like to have one green patch like Lal Bagh and Kaban Park in this constituency, especially in Pomunad. So I feel that Bangalore should have 4 green patches and 4 corners so that to control the pollution.
On the other side, BJP candidate Tejasvi Surya, who is already making headlines since his selection, focused on matching city's infrastructure to global standard. He says, now we need to take it to the next level and make it a truly global metropolitan city.
Bangalore is a very young city. Yeah. It's a very dynamic city. Yeah. And Bangalore needs a very grand and articulate vision to take the city which was built by the great Kempe Gowda, and whose further improvements happened under SM Krishna, Anant Kumar. Now we have to take it to the next level and make it a truly global metropolis. That's what I will work on. Well, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of water availability, in terms of basic availability of public delivery of services, things have definitely improved, but we have a very long way to go. The poor of the city must feel they have adequate access to public services and good quality of life. That is what we will try doing.
With 3 more days to go for the first phase of the Lok Sabha elections in Karnataka, parties are not leaving any chance to convince people to come to power.
We find that number of MPs have criminal cases pending against them. Our reporter Subhana Sheikh talks to major political parties and brings us their view.
Karnataka has 28 sitting MPs in the 16th Lok Sabha elections. According to a report by Association of Democratic Reforms and National Election Watch, out of the 28 MPs, 9 have criminal cases against them and 5 have serious criminal charges. 50% of the sitting MPs running for the 2019 elections have criminal charges against them.
BJP party, if any of our party members or activists, if they are involved in anti-social elements, all our transaction, or if they are involved in the rampant corruption, we don't give them the tickets. We don't, the central election management, they don't give the tickets. Named some people, that MPs who are having that type of background. But sometimes what happens, for some MLAs or MPs, when they are doing a peaceful protest, or that time unnecessarily or the state government, they will try to put a false cases. So because they wanted to defame that particular legislator or MPs.
Since the BJP party has 17 sitting MPs in the state, it has the highest number of MPs booked under serious charges like attempts to murder, communal disharmony, kidnapping, and crimes against women. Supreme Court has recently heard a petition relating to the MPs and the MLAs cases where they are facing corruption charges, rapes, and murder cases and heinous offences. And there are more than 1,585 MPs and MLAs who are facing their pending trials. So, Supreme Court has constituted a special trial court which is in Karnataka and a special judge to look after these cases.
So this is a serious matter where people are not aware about this, and they are electing their representative with a criminal background. This is a serious threat to democracy. Congress is very strict in selecting the candidates and making the candidature process. Congress will never subscribe to such antecedent people. There are minor charges against Congress MLAs and MPs. All those 154 section cases are there against our party. 154 section is, as I said, it is like a movement struggle. There are political prisoners. There are issue-based politics. So for those issues, they are framed into. They are facing the charges. Not given a ticket for rape accused. We are not given ticket to people who are facing murder and 307 charges. We are not given ticket to MLAs or MPs who are facing corruption charges.
In Karnataka, out of 9, 7 BJP MPs and 1 from Congress and JDS each have been booked under criminal charges. Pralhar Joshi from the BJP have been booked for communal disharmony. 6 MPs standing from Dharwad, Shivamogga, Belgaum, Dakshina Kannada, Bijapura, Bangalore Central and rural constituencies are from the BJP party. D. Shivarame Gowda from the JDS is also allegedly accused.
There are allegations. People are allowed to go ahead and, contest elections. But if there are any convictions on them, they should be restricted from contesting elections. I leave this to the wisdom of the court.
Moving on, we look at what is making waves on social media. The trending stories show the excitement of elections. BJP just announced its election manifesto, stating that all special privileges for the Jammu and Kashmir residents will be abolished.
We are happy to inaugurate our documentary section this week. Here's a trailer of the state of migrants in Bangalore. For more, log on to citycast.in.
किसी को पथराव करने ना सिर्फ हम जबान से लड़ेंगे, ठीक है? जबान में बहुत ताकत है.
जो बांग्लादेश से पाकिस्तान से जो अमित शाह जो बोल रहा है वो साला कबाल किधर का पाकिस्तान का
बीजेपी आके बोलता है तो बांग्लादेश बोले, लेकिन इधर जो सच से जो बांग्लादेश है ना वो तो उधर है,
मेन रीजन ये है पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा, दूसरा कुछ भी नहीं इधर, इसलिए लोगों को हरास किया जाता है.
Power outages in the city has increased and citizens are in despair. Our reporter Varsha brings us the story.
The city is facing many power outages as BESCOM says the demand is reaching peak load. The highest peak load of January was recorded as 5,597 megawatts on January 22, 2019. It was 5,620 megawatts on February 19, 2019, and on March 1st, the figure touched 5,841 megawatts, where the average peak load was 4,553 megawatts. The shortage of power faced by BESCOM is 1,820 megawatts. The officials of BESCOM say one of the major reasons is the rise in demand, and also the usage of air conditioners as the temperatures are rising. Residents of Banarghatta, Banshankari, Hennur and Ijipura and many more are facing such power cuts. Residents say that the power cuts are generally for around 1 or 2 hours without any schedule. Residents also say that with the temperature touching 37 degrees in Bengaluru, people struggle to survive without a fan or an AC. Hence, it is causing them a lot of inconvenience.
Gas agricultural waste, the biomass ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮರಗಳು ಅದನ್ನ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಯೋಮೀಥೇನ್ gas ಮಾಡಬಹುದು.
BESCOM officials say that they are working on fixing the power issues and the situation should get back in 1 or 2 months. For more updates, keep watching Citycast.
Many eateries in Bangalore do not have fire safety equipments in them. Our reporter Nidhi Roy talks to the fire department and tells us about the steps taken by them regarding this.
The Fire and Emergency Services have lodged criminal cases against 50 eateries across the city for non-compliance of fire safety regulations. They have also issued notices to almost 120 eateries across the city.
Similar action has been taken against the eateries, the pubs and bars, and in fact even the pubs and bars which are, suppose even if they are not high-rise, they may be in low-rise buildings also, but equal vulnerability is there. We have always felt that pubs and bars and other restaurants and all are quite vulnerable because of the kitchen being there.
After receiving notices, several restaurant owners say that they are going to install fire extinguishers and other equipments.
We have opened the restaurant just 4 years ago. We had installed fire extinguishers, but they are not functioning right now. Therefore, we have decided to install new ones.
The fire department says they are also going to take some restaurant owners to court as they have not installed fire safety equipments even after several notices being issued.
Recently, even criminal cases have been registered against many eateries located in Indiranagar because the matter came up to the Honorable High Court of Karnataka, in which the Honorable High Court of Karnataka had asked the BBMP that why action has not been taken for even closure of many of them where the fire department has listed them out and said that they are non-compliant.
The authorities at National Restaurant Association of India say they had started the work on fire safety even before the fire department intervened and gave out no restaurants. Additional General of Police at the fire department adds that with only 25 stations in the city, it is not possible to reach parts of the city during an emergency. Therefore, it is important that these buildings have fire safety of their own.
Closed residential spaces are in great demand. Our reporter Pradakshana Srivastav tells us why people prefer them over independent houses.
The city sees an increased demand for residential properties in gated communities. Gated communities offer amenities like clubhouse and pools that make them popular choice.
Gated communities are increasing in Bangalore. Sure, if you want an exact tentative number to what percentage they are increasing, you can tell it as a 50%. Considering to the gated communities, the demand is partially very low.
Okay. Many residents say security in gated community is the major reason for choosing to invest in residential spaces and also for choosing to live there.
We moved out from Hyderabad to Bangalore. We thought of staying in a gated community. The basic reason being mainly the security purposes, the availability of water, the availability of power backup.
Gated communities are a cluster of residential houses within a compound, making it easy to monitor.
Specifications would be cleanliness. So if you go for a normal builder floor or something like that, you would not find space for your kids or to walk around or go for an evening walk or something like that. So whereas in a gated community, you could do that.
The price of properties in a gated community is 5 to 10% higher compared to the other properties in non-gated areas. The real estate agents say price is not a hindrance as amenities available act as an added advantage.
Gated community in Karnataka, frankly, is not strictly legal to start with, because as per the Town Planning Act, there is nothing called gated community per se. You can't enclose an area for a residential, creating a residential enclave. It helps in a certain way, in a way that It'll augment security of the place. Definitely, the cleanliness and also the upkeep of the place would be within the control of the society that would inhabit the place.
Experts say that the negative impact of the communities is isolation and access of public spaces is restricted.
BBMP's plan to refurbish the old KR market is underway. Meanwhile, the shopkeepers face loss. Our reporter Anusha Bodapati talks to them and brings us their story.
The businessmen of KR Market are facing losses of about 50 to 60% since the last 2 years. The businessmen who could earn for their family are now finding it difficult.
ग्राउंड फ्लोर से ऊपर आने के लिए सीढ़ी वगैरह बनाना है ताकि कस्टमर ऊपर आ सके, क्योंकि बिजनेस का बहुत तकलीफ है। बिजनेस को दुकानदार को क्या है, सुबह से शाम तक मतलब यही नहीं होता, मतलब बिजनेस कस्टमर ही अंदर नहीं आता। पार्किंग का फैसिलिटी है ना, इधर फायर एग्जिट है ना, वाटर का पानी का सहूलत नहीं है, और कचरा मार्केट के अलावा आसपास बहुत गंदगी है।
There are broken steps, no lifts, and the garbage filled over, which is why the customers don't prefer coming to the old market.
When it comes to maintenance, it's so dirty and it's not been properly maintained, because everywhere you see there is water being stopped in underground, and there is no proper staircase, and there is no proper exit, and there is no proper entry also for this, and it's kind of like very crowded also. And
the shopkeepers complain that the BBMP hasn't taken any action against this. The footpath is crowded and there's no space to walk.
बनाया गया है, एकदम गलत तरीके से बनाया गया है। स्क्वायर मार्केट है, उसमें बिजनेस नहीं हो रहा है। वाल के दुकानदारों को बहुत लॉस है, और अंदर अभी जो 55-60 साल से जो दुकान चला रहे थे, उनके दुकानों की, घर वालों की ये हालत है कि वो उनके बीवी बच्चों को काम को भेज रहे हैं, इसलिए कि उनकी आमदनी यहाँ कम हो चुकी है। जो एक जमाने में 4-6 फैमिली में कमा कर जीते थे एक दुकान से, आज एक दुकान की से एक फैमिली जीना मुश्किल हो चुका है।
The officials say the demolition will take place in about
something we need.
Reporters speak to the migrants and find out what their problems are. Watch out for the documentary release later this week.
किसी को पथराव करने दें, सिर्फ हम जबान से लड़ेंगे, ठीक है? जबान में बहुत ताकत है।
जो बांग्लादेश से, पाकिस्तान से, जो अमित शाह जो बोल रहा है, वो साला कबाल किधर का पाकिस्तान।
एजेंडा दूसरा कुछ भी नहीं इधर, इसलिए लोगों को हरास किया जाता है।
Rather than a jog or walk in the park, health-conscious people are preferring to go to air-conditioned gyms. Our reporter Vasisha Sharma talks to the gyms and tells us about their profit margin.
Since 3 to 4 years, the gyms have seen a clear-cut increase of about 35 to 40% in their revenues.
Started our gym with about 30 to 40 members, and now we have over 90 yearly memberships. Our gym is crowded majority of the time. On average, we have seen about 35 to 40% increase in our revenues.
People are not only interested in working out using the machines, but additional workouts such as Zumba, aerobics are also gaining popularity.
Working out in the park is nice, but you have to be very particular about what you want and to which body part you actually want to focus on. It's very difficult because of the lack of equipments at the park, and it's way better if you do it in the gym. Honestly, I prefer gym over park, and it's fun working out with people.
Another gym member tells us why does he think gym is a better alternative.
Work out in parks these days, like I used to jog, run around to have my body in good shape. So these days I figured out, due to the changing climate, I figured out working and the lack of motivation in park, I figured out it would be great for me and my friends to join a gym. So there we have been working out in group sessions, and it's been great for us, and the experience is good.
Doctors feel that going to the gym or park, it's equally good as long as the person wants to work out. It all depends on a person's personal choice.
Wildlife rescuers in Bangalore see an increase in the number of birds that need to be rescued. Our reporter Jude Weston tells us more.
Bird rescuers in the city say that they have received numerous calls for bird rescues this summer, especially the black kites, as it is their breeding season.
Maybe per day we get like around 15 to 20 calls throughout Bangalore. Yeah, dehydration will be the more. It only depends on the breeding seasons actually. This year we have a kite breeding season also in the summer.
Doctors say that the population of black kites has been declining drastically over the past few years.
We're getting many calls of birds that fallen off the skies, lying on the roads. Obviously the heat is affecting them. They don't have shades. I'm getting water, so they get exhausted. This season we are basically seeing the other birds are mostly pigeons being dehydrated, and many of the jungle crows, the house crows, and the black kites and the Brahmini kites. Basically these are the birds. Black kites are a phenomenal number. So we have around 300 to 350 odd birds admitted with us.
The Karnataka Forest Department talk about the steps taken to rescue these birds for the summer season.
Earlier, 2 years back, we used to give water in tankers from tankers, a lot of sound and all. But after this solar has come, it's like a silent revolution for water.
Environmentalists say how the water shortage in the city has been critical for the birds.
Wetlands provides food to the animals. Birds, resident birds as well as the migratory birds depend upon the aquatic animals, aquatic plants. The wetland and in and around the tank, this vegetation plays a very important role, and habitat.
Experts say the only way to save the city from losing its birds is to help them survive this summer by not cutting down trees and replenishing the water bodies.
Every day seems like a different season with fluctuating temperature of Bangalore. Here is our weather report. Planning to go out today? So take your water bottle and umbrella along because it's 30 degrees Celsius outside here in Bangalore.
For more, keep watching Citycast.